Good morning from Fielding, little town in New Zealand, kind of like midway through the North Island. Stopped at a place called To Park last night. We are heading, the aim of this video is to get to Abel, Tasman. We've got a few stops along the way. We've just emptied our grey water, refilled our drinking water. Facilities are ridiculous at these freedom camping spots. And we're gonna head through, try and catch up with an old friend of mine from when I lived in New Zealand, 2013 to 2015. I worked as a roofer in Auckland, and my friend Shannon is about an hour down the road. So we're gonna swing by, say hello, probably won't film too much, and then on the road to Wellington for this evening. So 10 years ago when I lived in Auckland, I worked as a roofer and Shane was my right-hand man. We would work together, double date together. Shit, he was the one I called when I flipped my van and he was the one that rushed me to A&E when I sliced my leg open. So there was no way I was coming back to New Zealand and not seeing him. You see, it's crazy when you meet up with old friends because so much has changed, but nothing's changed. We chucked on the barbecue, shook the trees for fruit, and they even prepared me a veggie platter whilst the boys ate steak. But the most beautiful part was meeting his new little family. He's had 2 beautiful girls since I last saw him, and let's just say we had a lot of fun. It's so nice to see the people you love doing well for themselves, and we were even able to give them a little glance into our life on the road too. So to finish, there's a Maori word he taught me when I lived here, pronounced whānau, which means extended family. And I can safely say, this is my little Aotearoa whānau.
Yeah, you good there, man? That's perfect.
We'll absolutely take it. This freedom camping is a blessing. Look, we're in a marina full of camper vans, ready to get the ferry in the morning, and we're right outside the toilet block. What's that? Who's this guy in the jeans? Yes, I know, it doesn't happen often, but we're gonna have a little walk into windy Wellington. So we've smartened up a little bit and trying to keep warm really. Probably gonna grab a bit of dinner and jump in a bar. So I'm gonna leave the camera here. I don't want to be walking around with this, but if anything interesting happens, I'll jump on the phone and document it for you. Otherwise, we'll catch you bright and early for a 7:30 ferry over to Picton. Guys, I've had to pick it back up because no one warned me. Wellington was so hilly. Matt just said at least a glitch, all right. We only done 20k up Tongariro yesterday. And now the map has mapped us through there. We're going through the highway tunnel on foot. We've parked an hour from the city because of the free camping. We're gonna need the, I was about to say we need the sugar, but it's 0-3. Matt's made a point. We can't quite park our fucking school bus in the middle of Wellington, so this is long. Although I did just pass the Wellington/Hollywood sign, which is absolutely hilarious. What the fuck? Wellington is not as windy as I thought, man. Maybe because we're not right out on the seafront there. But we found a little bar called Rogue and Vagabond, which pretty much sums up me and Matt. I'll take the Vagabond section. And just order some fries and a little beer to, well, beer for Matt, soda for me to wind down for the night. And then I think we're gonna take a little walk back. It's been a nice little break to get into a bit of civilization for the night. And then we start again tomorrow. Oh, that's an early rise. 6:30 alarm is not a nice one. And we've got 20 minutes till we've got to be at the ferry port. Also, I'm not sure if you can see this, but it's chilly mornings in this camper van, man. Well, check-in done. Inter-Islander ferries. Pretty much does what it says on the tin, doesn't it? We are hopping between islands, Wellington to Picton. We've got 3.5 hours, so better fuel up, eh? Tell you what, I was sitting up there working, using the Wi-Fi and the aircon, and then I looked up and saw the scenery outside. I had to come down to deck 7 and get out amongst this because it's absolutely beautiful. This makes me very excited for the South Island because I think we're going to see some incredible scenery. That's us, man. We've officially crossed from the north to the South Island. Got a little bit of work going on as we evacuate. Touchdown South Island. Little camper van in front has got an image of Roy's Peak on the back of it, which we're definitely going to try and summit at some point. Let this be a lesson why you should never swing your dick around, because just when you think you're the biggest boy in town with the bad RV, this thing turns up. And you just have to get back, have to refuel in and drive off quietly. Just pulled over on the side of the road in a little beach town called Nelson. Because we can, because we're on our hollybobs, and we're going to crack into these feijoas, which are native to New Zealand. Almost like a little kiwi fruit, surprisingly. Smell and taste like TCP, so let's give these a go. That's like digging a grave. Get out. Oh, sharp. Nice though. Oh, I do like it. We'll be having a few of them. Oof. You know you're somewhere different when the palm trees are out. Makes you smile seeing palm trees and sun. It's not quite beach weather, it's a little bit windy, but first sign of not quite sand between the toes, sand between the trainer tracks. Yeah, we'll save this. We're getting closer, guys. Shirts off and swim trunks on, definitely imminent. Me and Matt just got on a deep one for about 30 minutes, ended up right at the end of the beach, but well, not only have we set the world to rights, I think we've had a bit of an epiphany. I think we're all just going to sell up and move to New Zealand. It's a bit of a better lifestyle out here, isn't it? Not sure how I feel about these windy roads coming up through the mountains. Well, here's a bit of info for you. No freedom camping around Abel, Tasman. Obviously it's a national park, it's pretty well protected. So we've had to jump on a campsite for the night. First one of the trip, probably last one, hopefully, of the trip. $45 for the night, and we've got all the facilities to use, which is about 20 quid. So we're gonna get the step out, get the gas loaded, have a little shower and have a cook up. And we've got a beautiful sunset over the sea, which I cannot wait to explore tomorrow and get in. But for tonight, it's lock down and get cozy.
£7.
Water heater on? Yeah. So on the menu tonight in Matty and Chazzy's restaurant, we've got a little noodle, broccoli, mushroom, stir fry / pad thai, because that's the sauce we picked up. We're gonna mix some eggs in there. Matt's got a bit of leftover steak from Shane's place, and we'll just see how it goes.
Pad thai in a van.
Get in there, dinner is served.
Right, I'm gonna put this down because tomorrow we're hitting Abel Tasman. I feel like I've just filmed a lot of nonsense so far in this video, so let's speed it up, get to a viewpoint, get to a beach, catch you guys bright and earlier.
That's epic. Oh yeah, oi.
The boys are up and at it today. The sun's shining, the tunes are blasting. Abel Tasman, we're about to hit an epic hike.
How are we looking?
Just last bits of admin. Way, mate.
We're looking good.
Hang on a second. Charlie's topped up to the road.
The efficiency on this trip is something else. We just had a little sweep out, clean out, 8 AM pre-hike, and they say we can't be domesticated. Grabbed me back. I thought, fuck, what's happened? We thought we spotted a kiwi for 1 split second, but just turned out to be, I don't know, some kind of local bird. For about an hour in, just stripped off and took my trousers off into my shorts, and I mean, I've got changed in worse places. Look at that for a view. Hopefully we get something like that on the other end, which I'm sure we will, man. We're absolutely bossing it. 4.6k to go, hour and a half on map. Look at that, so close, but so far. Looks like we've got a bit more to do. Mum, we made it. Sand on toes in a second as soon as I get my shoes off. I've put you guys above everything. I've literally just landed, first thing I do is hit record, but we're here. Very, very secluded beach. I can see one man down the end and a couple there. Not much civilization at all, and we'll absolutely take it. Look at this. It's taken us 2.5 hours to get here. So it's now midday. We need to be back on trail for 3 to get back for 6-ish. So we've got a fair bit of chilling time. Look at this fella. We've been here 2 minutes, man. Kia ora.
Just come to say hello. So we've literally just arrived, but no rest for the wicked. We're thinking before we chill, let's go check out Torrent Bay.
I've pulled it up on the map. It's a little walk around to the next bay, and also there's a spot called Cleopatra's Pool, which could be a nice little swim and banana spot. This is sick. Look, there's a little spot here in the bush called Anchorage Hut, where you can just come and camp for the night.
It says maximum stay 2 nights, 50 sites available, and then maximum stay 2 nights, 34 bunks available.
So I assume you can just bed down, whether you want to camp out in your tent or jump inside. New Zealand is just set up and they really look after the outdoors community. And I think you could just hike, stay a night, hike to the next bay, stay a night, and just carry on going around the national park for like a week or two. We've just got to the next sign point. It says Torrent Bay 40 minutes, 2 kilometres, Cleopatra Pool an hour and 10, and it's a bit off track, so I think we're going to sack that actually, because we're eating into chill time now. We don't want to just be walking around all day, do we? But we've got to keep going and see what we can find.
Here he comes. Go on, boys.
He's just going to storm it straight in. He's come to collect us. That's what we might be needing for the way home. We'll just keep going off track and off track. This is going to be a bit of entertainment for you guys, but basically there's 2 ways of getting to Torrent Bay. Via the low tide track, via the high tide track. Hopefully the tide is low. It's only 30 minutes. Otherwise it's 2 hours, which we don't have time for. So we're going to risk it and go for the low tide track. And yeah, we didn't do our research. We're going to find out in about 29 minutes.
Is the low tide track okay?
I think you have maybe half leg water, but
Oh, you have to go in the water.
yeah, I think if you wait maybe half an hour, because
Okay.
the low tide is at 1:20.
Got you.
Right. Cool.
Thank you so much. Cheers.
Cheers.
Looks like we're going in knee-deep water, lads.
We're going into the marshlands here. There's a million little crabs moving around there.
We're here for the adventure now, aren't we? I've just seen a couple of survivors. You can probably catch them there in the background. Got to have eyes in your back of your head here. I feel like I'm on Hunger Games. Every human we've seen has got shoes off. Me and Matt are hanging on for as long as we can. Look.
It's just getting disgusting now.
Shoes off time is upon us. Will we make it to Torrent Bay? Come on, we got this, guys. Okay, now. What are we up to, man? I feel like I'm back in Rotorua mud bath. Woo! That is cold. We're on some adventure here, aren't we? What on earth are we up to here? Absolute crossing a swamp. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Torrent Bay. Absolute low tide. I mean, maybe a little bit better, probably the same as the first place we were at. 2 people down there chilling, a dead jet boat in the background. Yeah, it's nice. I see the appeal in the summer, but weren't worth all that, was it? We've got to go back to Anchorage Bay now and have a little chill out, I think. That's what we've been waiting for. Matt's passed out in the background. The sun's out. The beach has ramped up a little bit. Big chills. First proper chill, really, of New Zealand if you've been following along. So we'll take this bit of sun, have half hour while we can. That's a wrap. What a day for it. Time to get back to that van. It's getting delirious, man. We've been on the road. How long have we been going? 4 hours.
We haven't stopped.
We haven't stopped. And all I've eaten is a nectarine all day. These weka birds are coming for us. Guys, you're not going to believe it. So as professional as we are on this channel, the microphone cut out as we got back after the hike, so we're going to voice over the end of this, the last 30 seconds, just to kind of let you know what was going on. This is me getting back to the van. You've never seen a man move so fast for a jar of peanut butter. I realised I've done that whole hike on a nectarine. 6 hours on a nectarine, so this is me moving and eating as fast as I can. There's the proof, 42,000 steps, 30 kilometers. Matt looking like I was gonna say looking like a broken man, but actually he's pretty chill. He's very physically fit. Unlike myself, he's just clocking in saying, yeah, we've done it. And we dropped it on Strava to give evidence. And then it was cook up time. We were using the last bits of whatever we had in the cupboard. Tins of tomatoes, tins of beans. And we'd done a big old pasta dish to refuel and carb up after all the hiking we'd done that day. There it is, bon appetit, a little cherry Coke. And what's he got there? A little bit of cordial. We're gonna sit down there and enjoy it. And we shut off. The boys tucked up for the night. We got very cozy with our Whitakers, our Coke, a bowl of yogurt and fruit. And then we flipped our washing basket upside down so we could watch the new Roadhouse movie with Jake Gyllenhaal and Conor McGregor. Matt's chilling, look at him, he's got tucked up. And that's us, we're signing out, we're absolutely beat, a little bit sunburnt as you can tell, and that's another wrap, man. I hope you've enjoyed this one. I'm probably saying this to the camera. Hope you've enjoyed the videos, tune in the morning, and I'll catch you on the next one.